Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And we're underway. David's reaching 3 figures in terms of his appearances for the club.
Yeah, this is the first big landmark he'll hit, Peter, so I'm not sure he sees any real significance in it, but to me, it's a foundation that can only stand him in good stead for the remainder of his career.
And that has been clubbed away. And this is Lewandowski, and he's lost his man here. Rolls it backwards.
Modern football for you, and all that pressing.
And here's the chance to counter. And it's Van Nistelrooy. Now it's Neymar. Roberto Carlos. And the pass is intercepted. Messi. Now it's Lewandowski. Davids. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Tries to get it clear. Beckham. Nicked it back promptly.
Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope.
Look at the space here. Goes for a shot! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
So we have the first goal.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
And he's there to belt it away.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Davids. Albert Ferrer. Tries to play it through. Oh, that was vital. And that should get the job done. Neymar driving forwards. Davids! Now, in he goes again. He's scored! They are right back in business.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, it still had to be...
And there's the shot! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Neymar deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
That's a good ball out wide.
And they're not going to make any further progress now.
Zanetti does really well to win the ball there. Beckham. Looking for options for movement. No, that's been intercepted. Neymar. Marquinhos gets over and intercepts. Played out wide.
1 minute added time.
Pass just lacking in accuracy. And it's half-time here. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
Ahal FC are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Ahal clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Oh, that it shoots! Big moment! Massive goal!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class. Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
And that's really well manoeuvred. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Roberto Carlos. He has found the way through, takes aim and climbs up big! No, couldn't quite control it.
Look, the defending wasn't too clever on that last chance. The cross had to be denied.
Now that's well seen too. Played into space.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough.
And no, that was never going to make it. Neymar. That's a little off target. Roberto Carlos. There will be a throw-in. And he's managed to gift it back. Oh, what a mistake! And he's managed to get free. There's the shot! It's in! And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Ahal FC go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that 2-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
And he cuts out the supply. Now it's Lewandowski. Oh, that's a key interception. That's been drilled forward. And it's Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos. A heavy challenge. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee is letting... Big chance! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Substitution.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
4 added minutes
Xavi Alonso threads one in. Hazard, and he was alert to it. Real chance! Oh, that wasn't far away. Beckham to take it as usual. And that's it. My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.
And now I'd just like to read out our fan club members who are celebrating their birthdays today. I'd just like to read out our fan club members who are celebrating...
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So off we go then. It does seem to be a 4-3-3, Jim.
Well, one of the attacking advantages in this setup, Peter, is the impact that can be made between fullbacks and the attacking wide players. These combinations, when worked well, can be a real handful for any opposition, and we're likely to witness that again. You often see the wide man drift inside to allow the fullback to make the run out wide, and it can just throw the opposition off kilter.
Howson calmly anticipates.
There's a player below, Peter, that I admire on a professional and personal level, the one and only Raul.
He's just out on his own for consistency.
Indeed, and a terrific leader. Talent has to be backed up by hard work and tenacity, and he leads by example, hence the respect he commands.
And here's Dembele. Roberto Carlos. And he's cut it out. Alonso! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Yeah, they need to be thinking in terms of guile, deception, don't they? And it's hoisted clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Messi, a player who needs no introduction. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Still goalless at the moment. Raul, he has found the way through. Delivered. Bullish header! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
That's really well manoeuvred. Looking for options for movement. Torres! Rodri. Iran trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the...
Oh, what has happened here?
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And he cuts out the supply. Azar. And this is Torres. And Torres! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Fernando Torres deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Now it's Messi. And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Rodri. And it's Rijkaard. That's an imaginative pass.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
There will be a throw-in. Raul. Forlan. Can he finish? Marvellous goal!
Well, that's very much changed the complexion. It's also changed mindsets and moods in both teams, and it had to be him.
So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to tone it down. That's just playing it safe and simple.
And here's Forlan. Referee had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Please take this opportunity.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Substitutions taking place.
So off we go once more.
Hull can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
No, that's been intercepted. Hull FC come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
And the shot! It's in! And this is getting better and better.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
Iran are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Forlan looking to run onto it. That's the keeper's ball. Albert Ferrer. Rodri with the foul. Hull FC perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. And it's Forlan. Now that looks a decent ball. Davids. And that's another good win of the ball. Now that's well seen too. Stood up well to him there. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Alonso. Now, can they get him away? In towards the back stick. And he's taking no chances. Takes the shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Now it's Messi. Marquinhos makes the interception. Played out wide. Played back in. Rodri. Rodri getting this one clear. Over to the left. Roberto Carlos. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, that was vital. That's going to go a long way. Messi looking to add to his goal. Knocks it out wide. And it's Roberto Carlos.
There will be 1 minute.
That looks a cracking ball. Raul. And he's managed to get free. And that will be the final act. A performance of perspiration, work rate, grit. And those are very good qualities that might have got them something on another day. Sadly, not today.
And a quick announcement today.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So off we go then. Well, they do call it the beautiful game, and the man we see before us now personifies all that is good about it. He is known simply as the King.
It's as though the game was made especially for him.
Voted the greatest player of the 20th century, but he is so much more than just that. He is a symbol of charisma, of leadership, of sportsmanship. He is the one and only Pelé. That's a little off target. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Rice. Now it's Pubg. Threads one in. Oh, played through for the wide man. Oh, well played, well played. Rui Costa conjures time and space where few can. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And no, that is pretty much the end of that.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Now it's Batistuta. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's Batistuta. And he's intervened well there. Pubg. Now, can they get him away?
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And he's there to belt it away. Short changes him with that pass. Pass somewhat off target. Now it's Villa. Now it's Villa. Well seen, saw that coming. David Villa was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. That's really well cleared. Costa Curta. Pelé has got himself a free kick.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Xavi Alonso aimed beyond the defence. Roberto Carlos. And the half-time whistle goes. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. Reflections on the first half?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0 here at half-time.
Substitution on the field, number 5. Rui Costa. Coming on to replace him is number 11.
And the second half gets underway.
Ahal really are going to need to improve in a hurry if they don't want to fall behind here.
Goes for goal! Oh, surely that deserved better.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
And no, that was never going to make it. Rice.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Good take, and that is Stuta! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
And the referee has brought play back and showed him a yellow card.
Ahal are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Can he finish?
Substitution on the field. Number 9, Park Ji-sung. Number 4.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Shot at goal! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Rice, played back. And now they can spring out of defence. Whatever he had in mind, that was... Goes for a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. In he goes again. It's there! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Ahal FC have fired themselves in front.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
Tries to pass it through. Oh, that's a key interception.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And this is Pele. Van Dijk kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. This might spell danger.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals. Variety is the spice of footballing life too. They need to alter their approach and start shifting this ball out wide.
Hull FC leading here by this still precarious 1-0 margin. Skillfully cut out, he is so at ease on the ball. That's a sharp pass. Shevchenko is onto this. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Out towards the flank. Solar. He's found a way through. And they've got rid. Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. He's shifting through the gears here. No way through there. And that will be it. Hull FC have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Ribery taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim? Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. There's the whistle, and here we go. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Kevin De Bruyne. He's just one of the best strikers of the ball you'll ever see, and that applies just as much to his passing game as it does to his shooting prowess. He generally likes to keep things simple, taking as few touches as possible, but
Haaland is on his own. Oh, the ball's chance! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front. Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
well, my sympathies go to the keeper, who is left horribly exposed. You don't expect players to switch off in front of goal like that.
So, a breakthrough already. And he was quick to react. Xavi Alonso. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Hazard. Kane. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Dembele. Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos got a long way forward to join the attack. And it's Roberto Carlos. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. It's a throw-in. Tries to cross. Donnarumma deals with that nice and simple. Kane. Marquinhos calmly anticipates. Torres! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
They're back in possession and ready to go again. And he was alert to it. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and
Beckham! Oh, bang on target.
it might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Yeah, they need to be thinking in terms of guile, deception, don't they?
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Intercepts the throw, that's well read.
Barcelona really have found that they're getting more space out wide, and I can see now there's a lot of activity developing in that.
Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Yellow or red? It is red. Well, he waited a little while, but it does seem that the referee was eventually convinced that that was a clear enough chance he denied.
Well, I suppose the other choice, Peter, would have been to let your opponent score, so he had no other option.
He's having a good look here. Roberto Carlos! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Rijkaard tries to pass it through. Nicely weighted ball. And he's had it nicked away. And this is Torres! Another save.
Fernando Torres, really can't believe it, foiled by the keeper again.
Hazard, great, and a chance!
Well, he certainly...
And we hit half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
And we're underway again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Maldini. Threads one in. Might be... And the shot! Eden Hazard! That is a beautiful thing! A finish of true class! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
There's the shot! Oh, glorious! Batty goal!
As responses to a half-time team talk go, that tops the lot. Of course, it enhances his reputation, and it has to give this team a surge of belief, surely.
More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Well, was there ever any doubt? It made it look like he's done it over and over and over again, and he has.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
Well, that's a booking, always looked it. No, that was never going to make it.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Now that looks a decent ball. Now it's Haaland. He has found the way through. And the shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on. Hull really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Substitutions taking place.
Dealt with nicely by the defence. Just about up to 75 minutes. Beckham does really well to win the ball there. Dembele.
This is the time you need that pace.
He's beaten the last man. An uncompromising challenge.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change.
Goes for a shot! Oh, that's fabulous! A finish right from the top drawer! It's level again! What a match we have!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage, fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank.
It's come through and he's had a quick look inside.
And the finish! Oh, what about that? Late in the day, this could well be it!
Speed of thought, efficiency of movement and certainty of outcome.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
But
he's had a shot! Oh, it's fallen loose again! It's there! We thought it was over! It's all square once more!
The goal scorer.
some heroic goalkeeping, but even that
17.
couldn't save them this time.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just...
And the referee brings it to a close. Magic. What a magical football match, and genuine respect all round. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
A Hull can always take more
a quick
positives from a result
and
like
an
this.
exciting one too.
Yes,
We're
there
about
is
to
some
announce
tidying up to
today's
do,
lottery numbers.
but some
Please
real
watch the
promise
screen
too.
if you have a ticket.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And already we're underway here.
Now there's a player with a silky pass and a steely tackle.
Xabi Alonso.
Yeah, a midfielder renowned for his tremendous array of passes while offering his defence a solid shielding presence too.
Players don't come a whole lot better in his position, do they?
Not really, and not many can boast the same quality of performance either, Peter.
And no, he's seen through all of that. Aimed beyond the defence. De Jong gets across to intercept that. Yamal. Now it's Drogba. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. He won't be happy with that one. Roberto Carlos picks it up out wide. Climbs up! Oh, crossbar! And he's taking no chances there. Now it's Rashford. And here's Drogba. Now, can they get him away? Oh, good take and he's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. So a big chance now from 12 yards. This to make it 1-0. He can't put it away.
Oh, Peter, I'm not a great reader of body language, but I didn't like the way he walked up to that.
Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here.
And again, they're pressing effectively.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And this is Inzaghi. Albert Ferrer, played in deep. He's got tall. No, not the best of headers.
Ahal certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
And he's had it nicked away. He's found a way through. Big chance, shapes to shoot! That was superb goalkeeping.
That's very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Barcelona with the corner, they're first.
Smashing header! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front! A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and made it perfectly.
Barcelona have penetrated for the first time.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip. Filippo Inzaghi really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Rafinha.
Decent progress down the left.
Marquinhos cuts out the pass.
Out for a throw. Hazard.
And it's Inzaghi. Koundé. Yamal. Dani Olmo. Played into space.
Oh, he's onto this. And he's onside.
And he's intervened well there.
Beckham. Looking for the run.
Araujo makes the interception.
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Draw your attention to the screen.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
And the second half gets underway.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open. Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the...
Real chance!